Was Kotoka a patriot trying to save Ghana? And Kwame Nkrumah introduced the Preventive Detention Act, which allowed people to be jailed without trials, even soldiers. Hello guys, what's up? It's your boy patriot. Please, in case you are here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video and please let me know your suggestion. The rise and fall of Emmanuel Kotoka. This video gives a balance and a true story about Emmanuel Kwasi Kotoka. It does not call him a hero or a villain. It shows the serious political tension of the 1960s during the Cold War. Some people say he saved Ghana from dictatorship and economic collapse. Others say he betrayed Ghana and worked with foreign powers. His name was written on Ghana main airports, but the people still argue about this today. This is the real story of Lieutenant General Emmanuel Kwasi Kotoka, the man who led the first coup in Ghana history. Kotoka was born in 1926 in the Volta region. He was not a politician. He was a trained soldier. He joined the British trained Gold Coast Regiment and later fought in the Congo crisis in the early 1960s. At the same time, Ghana leader Kwame Nkrumah was pushing big dreams about Africa United. But Ghana economy was struggling, prices were rising, and Kwame Nkrumah introduced the Preventive Detention Act, which allowed people to be jailed without trials, even soldiers. Many in the military felt ignored and unhappy, especially because Nkrumah created a special presidential guide. Kotoka believed the army was being pushed aside. On February 24, 1966, whilst Nkrumah was on peace trip to Vietnam,
in February 1966, an opportunity arose. Nkrumah departed on a high-profile trip to Asia, with stops in Beijing and Hanoi on a peace mission related to the Vietnam War. The plotters set the coup for dawn on February 24, 1966, just days after Nkrumah's departure. Kotoka also understood that success hinged on neutralizing the military commanders in Accra, who were not yet in the know.
Kotoka and Colonel Kwasi Afrifa launched a coup. They call it Operation Cold Chop.
Afrifa, a bright young officer serving as his brigade major. Afrifa harbored his own grievances against the regime and soon joined Kotoka's growing conspiracy. Together with Harley and a handful of others, they started crafting a plan to topple Nkrumah.
There were heavy fighting at the Flagstaff House, but by morning, Kotoka spoke on the radio. The myth surrounding Nkrumah is broken. After the coup, Major General J.A. Ankara became the head of state. Kotoka became the key member of the National Liberation Council.
The government had been overthrown. Crowds in Accra and other cities erupted in celebration. In the aftermath, an 8-man junta of military and police officers called the National Liberation Council was formed to govern Ghana. The council was headed formally by General Ankara as chairman, but true power was shared among the key architects of the coup. Kotoka, who was immediately promoted from lieutenant colonel to major general on the day of the coup, took a seat on the NLC as the member in charge of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Later, some secret documented suggested that CIA have supported that coup. So people still ask, was Kotoka a patriot trying to save Ghana, or was he used in the Cold War fight between America and the Soviet Union? Kotoka's time in power did not last long. On April 17, 1967, junior officers launched another coup called Operation Gitai Boys.
A group of junior officers of the Ghana Armed Forces, led by Lieutenant Samuel Arthur, Lieutenant Moses Yaboa, and Second Lieutenant Osei Poku, launched a coup codenamed Operation Guitar Boy. Their motive was simple, but dangerous. They believed the country had drifted off course under the new rulers, and that bold action by soldiers like them could reset Ghana.
In a painful twist of fate, Kotoka, who became the power by the coup, died in one. He was captured and executed at the Accra airport. He was only 40 years. In 1967, the airport was renamed after him, but the debate never stopped. In 2005, some people even asked for name to be changed, saying the coup leader should not represent Ghana main airport. So today the question remains, did Kotoka save Ghana from dictatorship, or did his action open the door for many years of military rule? Now, one thing you have to know is every plane that lands in Accra touches down on this complicated history. So I have one question for you. Should the airport keep Kotoka name or